Black power, black power, black power. This is Underground Warrior TV. I'm Black at y'all with another dynamic video, something for your mind, something to keep happening every day. It's a constant occurrence. You know what I'm saying? Once said by the great, most honorable Elijah Muhammad, he said that black people in America and around the globe live up under the shadow of death in this white man's wicked world. In this white man's wicked world. I call it like I see it. You know what I'm saying? I had a few clan members or whatever troll me. I'm not easy to be scared. Like I say, I know how you get down. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, when I was locked up in the penitentiary, I studied you. You try to come at me when I try to study you inside the penitentiary. But I learned how to order war. I learned how to use the art of war, to survive. So when you come at me, you got to come live. You feel me? I'm from the streets. You want to troll me and like threaten me or some type of, hey, I've been shot 2 times, twice. The first time the bullet hit me in my side, came out my back. I don't know how that happened. Maybe my ancestors was with me. Then I got shot 8 times. The second time, lost my life, but I came back. I'm a walking testimony. I've been to death, you know what I'm saying? I've been through it all. I'm a soldier, nothing to brag about. I wish I wouldn't have to live a life like I lived. You know what I'm saying? Going to penitentiary, you know what I'm saying? Getting shot down like unarmed. I was shot unarmed by black men. By black men. You feel what I'm saying? So I know the difference. I know white supremacy. I know self-hatred. I know it all. I've been through it all. I don't know it all. I'm still a student learning this game, learning different information. You never a teacher. You're never a good teacher unless you become a great, good student. I'm always going to be a student because I'm trying to learn every day. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't have the answers to everything, but I know one thing. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was correct. We live up under the shadow of death. I don't know what we can do about it. I know one thing that we could do about it, but nobody's on that level yet. And that's just unite. Because like in this country, no matter what skin tone you are, when you have that melanated skin, these people see you as a nigga. That's all they see you as a nigga. Somebody that they can draw something up out of. You still a slave. Why would the slave master give the slave reparations, money to empower the slave? Your talent is used by rich white people. You work for white people. You are a slave. We live up under a shadow of death. Only one thing can save black people is that for black people to unite. We are the majority of the people on the planet. You think I'm just kicking bullshit to you? Go check it out. Go check it out. Go read for yourself. For those who don't study, just go read for yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, there was a brother that was killed March 6th of this year. He was having an episode in Henrico County in Virginia. He was having a mental breakdown where he was knocking on other people's doors in his neighborhood. The police arrest him. noticed that he had a mental issue because he came combative. They took him to jail. Then from the jail, they took him to a mental health facility. They were supposed to take him to a mental health facility before they took him to jail, but they charged him. You know what? By him being combative and having a mental illness, you know what they end up doing to this brother? They end up killing him. Yes, they end up killing this brother. First, why you didn't take him to the mental health facility knowing that he was having mental issues? You took him to jail because you said he became combative. He's mentally ill. Come on. But you know he's in handcuffs. What can a man do to you in handcuffs? You're not putting a man in your cop car unless he's handcuffed. We got a storm, something going on, y'all. I'm talking about the wind is I'm talking about blowing real hard. I know it's HARP putting down what they putting down. They had a tornado touch down there in Mississippi. But anyway, this brother is named, he's an African, right? His name is Irvo Artino. Irvo Artino. This brother had an episode in the neighborhood. They called the cops. The cops take him to jail, and that's in Henrico County. They take him out the county jail, but the way they took him out the county jail, they beat him up before they took him out the county jail. And then when they got him to the mental health facility at the Central State Facility in Virginia, this mental health facility is where they just all piled up on top of the brother. He was handcuffed and shackled. You could see in the video, they was punching on him, spraying him with mace, you know. In their mind, they already had it in their mind that they was going to kill him. And you know what? The indictment's already back because the majority of these deputy sheriffs that was in this facility, you know, they was black. They may got 2 white people, but the rest of them is 7 deputies. 7 deputies and 3 hospital employees were all charged with second-degree murder following the death of this 28-year-old black man, Irvo Artino. They moved him from one facility, beat him up, to another facility, jump on him and kill him, cut his oxygen off. Asphyxiation. You know what that be. You know what that be when they get on your back and put the knee in the back. You know what I'm saying? All on the neck like they did George Floyd. But you know what? They don't care nothing about black people. This reminds me of the Breonna Greer case out of Hancock County in Georgia. Go look at the Breonna Greer case. They arrested her at her mama's house. She was at home intoxicated. They're supposed to take her to a mental health institution or hospital until she calmed down. They was taking her to jail and forgot to shut the back door, and they turned the corner and hit the road, and her body fell out the goddamn car and broke up all on the side of the motherfucking road. And I think it's more to the story. I just think it's more to the story. Nobody's been charged in that case. Now, all of a sudden, in this case, there's some black deputies involved. They are being indicted. Second degree murder. Why they always go second degree? I think it should be first degree because it looked premeditated the way they was jumping on this brother. Let me show and prove what I'm talking about. All video content are used for fair use purposes for educational purpose only.
ABC News has obtained new video showing what happened when Ivo Otieno was still in jail just prior to being transported to the Virginia Psychiatric Hospital, where he later died. Deputies gather outside his cell at the Henrico County Jail. After several minutes, they rush inside. Prosecutors claim deputies beat and pepper sprayed Otieno as he was sitting by himself. One deputy appears to strike Otieno several times before dragging him from his cell. Deputies struggle to put him in a white transport van, and he's eventually forced into the back of a police SUV. Otieno was then taken to a mental hospital where prosecutors allege he can be seen being smothered to death in this disturbing surveillance video.
My best friend is not around for me to talk to.
Family members are devastated and demanding accountability.
To see these 9 men and a woman literally squeeze the breath out of my child was heartbreaking.
A 911 call indicates the hospital reported a cardiac arrest, and prosecutors suggest the call was made hours after Otieno was already dead.
Emergency here at Central State Hospital
For
20 minutes ago. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. We have medics en route.
7 deputies and 3 hospital workers have been charged with second-degree murder. An attorney for one of the deputies says his client did nothing to stop Otieno from breathing.
But no time did he have any contact with his upper body.
Prosecutors say after Otieno died, his body was moved and handcuffs were taken off of him and cleaned before state police were called. They also say that none of the deputies arrested made truthful statements about what happened. Prosecutors say more charges could be coming. Lindsay Watts, ABC News, Washington.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.
Now you see that was uncalled for, you know. So we do live up under that shadow of death. That's without a doubt, you know. That's why I be trying to tell my youngsters. You know what I'm saying? That penitentiary right now, it's the murder campaign, that jail. Yeah, y'all better, you know, enjoy the so-called freedom that you got, because once they put you in that belly of the beast, you know, it's a free for all, you know. You know, who's going to believe you? You know what I mean? You know, they got these cameras working in these jails in that penitentiary. They got them dark places. They got cameras too, but their cameras get edited. Their cameras get edited. Just like I say, right here in Ohio, if anybody know anything about the receiving centers, one in near Columbus, they call it CRC, Correctional Receiving Center. And then they got one up in Lorraine. Now, Lorraine, they killed my dude insane up there in Lorraine. And they revived him. But they always kill people in these receiving centers. They killed a lot of people in 2018 up there in Lorraine Receiving Center. Then they killed a guy down here at the receiving center up here near Columbus, the CRC. That receiving center, man, I was there when they was beating motherfuckers up. They tried to get me in that one before, but I always had the ancestors on my side there. But they got me in another one. But in the receiving centers, they kill inmates up there. They kill inmates up there. For real. Hey, this is Underground Warrior TV, man. Mash up the likes. Share this video. Peace of love and black power.